Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Off the play fake, Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
4 yards the pickup, first down. The Cowboys sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Prescott off play action. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland.
I don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now Tua just going to back this forward on the end around. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. On fourth down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And it's taken in at the 9. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Prescott. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On play action, Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. After the turnover, it's Tua. Rolling to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dorrance Armstrong in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And some space here. And they work this out past the 25. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go, 46.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Hey, kill. Here we go, 47. Here we go, 46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to let this one go deep. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 45-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way.
Pollard going to try the right side. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
47.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Count. 47. We're going to 52. 26.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Under.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Hey, 47. 26.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard, and not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Miami. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 14-10.
14. Cowboys 10.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first. That was a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Prescott now. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the mid. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball. There he goes, left side. The 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
Cowboys 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, and all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Hey, 47. Here we go, 46. Here we go, going to 54. 26.
A first down throw for Prescott. Throwing left side, it's complete. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there, 88 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Throwing on second and long. Tua. He'll hit Mostert again here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill, and now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Cowboys 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Meanwhile, Prescott's throw here taken in by Gesicki. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
He's going to air one out. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 28-24 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Tua now on first down. He's got a man, complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one.
First down, Dolphins.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to pass. Tua. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Dolphins. Raheem Mostert in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins would extend their lead here just before halftime. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Now it's Tua. He finds his man. Complete. It's Beck. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss. I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. Tua sets up to pass it. Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua out to his left. This one caught by his tight end Oliver. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Back to the running game with Mostert. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Down.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Ready, set.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Go pink.
Mostert is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
In motion, Hill. They'll run with Mostert, and he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Black shot. Go, 10. 52 blaster.
Tua on 4th down, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've got to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
Think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given him, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Now Prescott. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go, 47.
Prescott from the gun. Open man. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So it's kind of more of the same offensively. This was a team needing to come out of this third quarter with a little fire. Instead, they put the ball on the ground.
And you know that has to be the discussion at halftime because they're down 2 scores. We got to come out with a little bit more urgency than we had in the first half. Now that urgency falls on their defense because they can't fall down 3 scores and hope to come back and win this game.
Faster, faster.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll get it inside the 35.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Second down and 8. Now Tua. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Now Tua going to try and sneak it. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
I know they didn't get it, but I kind of like the call. Second and inches, go right to the quarterback sneak. Normally, that should be executed better, shouldn't it?
I'm going to disagree with you. I don't like the call.
You don't like that?
That's just because they didn't get it, though.
Oh,
Hindsight's 20/20.
20/20 and never.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Andrew Beck, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Dolphins 42, Cowboys 24.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Prescott. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. They hand it off to Mostert. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
Here we go.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Now that's a big pickup right there. And so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking up play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you can see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Cowboys' 13-yard line.
Ready. Green.
On 2nd and 12, Tua. He finds his man, complete. That's Beck. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. This a 27-yard attempt here. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. He's got a man, complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Here go 46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 48 yards. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. From the 10.
Rashad Penny on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On the double. Set.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. In primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Dolphins, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be